Hello everyone, this is VG Shanmugapriya. Today we will be seeing about features of tRNA and tRNA gene prediction with tRNA scan SE tool. We know that regions of DNA which give rise to any type of RNA are called genes. Of these RNAs, mRNA codes for protein and hence genes which give rise to mRNA are called protein coding genes. All other RNAs are called as non-coding RNAs and the genes which give rise to these RNAs are called RNA encoding genes. tRNA scan SE tool which we are going to see today, it identifies tRNA encoding genes. Let's see about tRNA. Transfer ribonucleic acid, which is called in short as tRNA, is a type of RNA molecule that helps decode messenger RNA sequence into a protein through translation process. So here each codon, which consists of 3 nucleotide bases, is recognized by a specific tRNA carrying an amino acid. tRNA which carry the same amino acid are grouped together and hence there are 20 amino acid isotypes of tRNA. So you can see an example here. tRNAs that bind serine amino acid, all are called tRNA ser. tRNAs recognizing the same codons are grouped together. As there are 61 codons, there are 61 isoacceptor families. Here you can see these are the codons on mRNA which codes for the amino acid serine. The tRNA which recognizes this codon UCG on mRNA carries an anticodon UGA. So this tRNA ser UGA makes one isoacceptor family. To see, the bases found in tRNA are adenine, guanine, cytosine and uracil. Base pairs are AU and GC and a non-standard base pair GU is also found in tRNA. Taken together prokaryotes and eukaryotes, tRNA range in length between 70 to 100 nucleotides. It has some modified nucleotides. This is the secondary structure of tRNA. The stem loop structure is there and a stem structure is here. This 3' arm of it, which has at the end a CCA sequence, carries the amino acid. This is the tertiary structure of tRNA. It is an inverted L-shaped structure. Based on this length of this variable region, tRNAs can be classified into class 1 and class 2. Coming to tRNA genes, genomes of all 3 domains of life carry tRNA genes. tRNA genes are found in nuclear genome as well as organellar genome. Generally, tRNA genes are found clustered on a genome, but many a times they are also seen scattered. In most prokaryotic tRNAs and eukaryotic tRNAs, the CCA sequence at the 3' end is added during processing of tRNA and therefore does not appear in the tRNA gene. In all 3 domains of life, considerable number of tRNA genes contain introns. So here what we see is pairwise sequence alignment of tRNA sequences from different organisms having different similarity. This is shown here to let you know the arrangement of nucleotides in the tRNA sequence. For example, let's now see anticodon stem loop structure. Here you can see this anticodon has a stem and a loop structure in between. So here this will form the loop region. The sequence on either side which are complementary to each other will be forming a stem structure. Here you can see A and U will be forming a base pair, G and C. Again G and C. You have A and U and then G and C. So these sequences will base pair, leaving this middle sequence as a loop in between. So the same arrangement of sequences you will be seeing in tRNA gene. So to find tRNA genes, DNA sequences will be searched for those complementary regions that can fold into a stem structure with sequences that can form loops between them. Now let's see some other characteristics of tRNA genes. Most of the bacterial tRNA genes are uniform and they lack structural diversity. Bacteria and organelles like plastids have group 1 intron containing tRNA genes. Both archaea and eukaryotes frequently possess intron containing tRNA genes and that introns are found at a position which is 1 nucleotide 3' to their anticodon. There are many non-canonical tRNA genes in archaea and eukaryotes. They include tRNA genes with disruption, fragmentation, rearrangement, minimization and recoding. Let's have a look at the tool. tRNA scan tool can be opened through this link. This is the web page of the tool. The tool can be downloaded here to have a standalone software. And here there are some examples of tRNA sequence. And here comes the submission page. So here In search options, we have first for sequence source, eukaryotic is the default option. Also we have the other domains of life, bacterial and archaeal, and mitochondrial options are here. So based on what we submit, we need to choose this one. If you are not aware of the origin of the source, it is better to choose mixed. Next is search mode. There are 3 types of search mode: default, legacy and infernal without HMM filter. We will be seeing in detail about all this. Next is need to specify whether formatted or raw sequence. Sequence submission can be done here, or a file can be chosen from here. Our default output doesn't have bit format. If we need that, this has to be checked. Also, options to disable pseudo gene checking is there, and to show origin of first pass hits and to show primary and secondary structure components to scores are there. Next is genetic code for tRNA isotype prediction. Default is universal, but if you are specifically submitting ciliate sequences or any mitochondrial sequences, this needs to be chosen to get accurate results. Score cutoff should be mentioned here only when you want to change the default settings. So now let's look into the details of the tool. So this tRNA scan SE tool, which searches for complete tRNA genes in the query sequence, it employs covariance models which has information about primary sequence and secondary structure of tRNA training data set. This tRNA scan, the new version 2.0, it engages Infernal, which is a covariance model search software. The Infernal software implements profile stochastic context-free grammars known as covariance models, which can detect covariation in conserved RNA secondary structures. So this can help to define both base interactions in tRNA and sequence variations at those positions. Let's brush through few things. So anticodon is the sequence in the tRNA which recognizes the codons in mRNA during the translation process and leaves the amino acid which it is carrying to form the protein chain. For example, for amino acid methane, the codon is AUG. The anticodon here which is written should be always read in 5' to 3' direction. Hence it is CAU. The codon positions are mostly 34, 35 and 36 in the tRNA. Now the next thing is Vobel hypothesis. Some tRNA types can pair with multiple synonymous codon, all of which encodes the same amino acid. Here this happens due to non-standard base pairing occurring at the 34 base position. Next is features of RNA secondary structure. We can see here the stem formed by base pairing of sequences and then the loop which is single stranded. Here there are many types of loops and a type of junction and pseudo knot are all displayed here. RNA secondary structure can be predicted by using energy rules. Here stabilizing energy is taken into account when stacking base pairs are there, and destabilizing energy is associated with regions that are not paired. Next is about covariation, where you can see a base pair sequence is changed over here. When you see it in a strand of tRNA, you can see when C turns to U, automatically the one which has to base pair with it changes to the complementary base pair. This is called as covariation. This covariation occurs at the DNA level and it is reflected in the tRNA which is transcribed. Covariation occurs to maintain the base pairing and thereby the secondary structure of tRNA. Next about A box and B box on tRNA gene. This A box and B box are conserved sequence structures in tRNA genes which act as internal promoter regions, or in other words, internal control regions. During transcription process, the transcription factor 3C recognizes the sequence structures in A box and B box and binds to DNA at that site. This binding enables another transcription factor B to come bind to the DNA at this position. So this complex which is formed enables RNA polymerase 3 to bind to this site and start this transcription from the transcription start site. Now let's see in detail about the search modes. First is the default mode. Default mode is an infernal search mode which is done in 2 phases. Infernal search engages profile hidden Markov model methods and covariance model alignment algorithms. In the first search, which is called as infernal first pass search, both methods are engaged. Here, the covariance models trained on all tRNAs from species in all the domains of life with a low cutoff score of 10 bits. The next search, the second pass search, which is generally called as the infernal search, is done with the hits from the first pass search. But here the HMM filter is not used and the threshold is kept up to 20 bits. The hits here are scanned along with flanking sequences. The second search mode is the legacy mode, which is also carried out in 2 steps. In step 1, both tRNA scan algorithm search and ufind tRNA algorithm searches are done. And in the second step, Covey search is done. This tRNA scan, it uses base pairing rules. It searches a genomic sequence simultaneously for matches to a set of invariant bases and conserved self-complementary regions in tRNA. Ufind tRNA finds RNA polymerase III transcription control regions using scoring matrix. The second step Covey program is based on sequence covariation analysis using covariance models. The third search option is infernal without HMM filter. This is a single pass infernal search option. It has maximum search sensitivity and a longer processing time. It is suitable for short sequences that contain extremely atypical tRNA and hence highly recommended for non-standard mitochondrial tRNAs. So after this initial tRNA gene prediction with any one of the above said 3 methods, the next is isotype classification of the predicted tRNA is done by comparing against a suite of isotype specific covariance models. Regarding this isotype specific models, there are 20 plus models which consist of universal 20 amino acid tRNA models and models to discriminate initiator and elongator methionine and model to identify prokaryotic isoleucine tRNA which are encoded with CAT anticodon and one to recognize selenocysteine tRNA. This isoleucine tRNA with the anticodon CAU, which is seen in the genus CAT, generally it decodes AUG codon. But in some of the tRNAs, the C34 position is modified with lysine to form lysidine and hence the anticodon changes to LAU and then the tRNAs are charged with isoleucine amino acid. So in many bacterial species, this modified tRNA is the only tRNA which is able to read AUA codon for isoleucine. The next unusual amino acid is selenocysteine tRNA. So selenocysteine is an amino acid which is incorporated in selenium containing proteins. Generally UGA is a stop codon, but here this codon is recognized by selenocysteine tRNA and then selenium is added to the protein. Selenocysteine is the only amino acid which is synthesized directly on the tRNA. tRNAs which carry this selenocysteine have anticodon TCA and they have a unique cloverleaf model. Next we have tRNA pseudogenes. Pseudogenes are gene copies which have lost function due to mutation. Examples of tRNA pseudogenes, it includes N-truncated tRNAs and insertion disrupted tRNAs. Suppressor tRNAs are formed when mutation occurs in the anticodon region of a tRNA, allowing it to recognize a stop codon and insert an amino acid in its place. For the stop codons UGA, UAG and UAA, the suppressor tRNAs carry anticodons TCA, CTA and TTA. Next about mitochondrial tRNA search. When we submit mitochondrial DNA sequence and specify it in the setting options, then Infernal does a search which uses isotype specific covariance model trained on mitochondrial tRNA sequences. First, highest scoring hits from those having threshold equal to or above 20 bits are selected, and then the anticodon is determined by the analysis of Infernal secondary structure output. The consistency between anticodon and the best scoring isotype models are checked and then displayed. Now let's see about submitting sequence to the tool and analyzing the result. For this, in NCBI, under nucleotides, complete genome of a bacterial organism is searched and the FASTA sequence is retrieved. Randomly, a stretch of sequence is chosen and is submitted to the tool. As it is a bacterial sequence, changing the sequence source to bacteria. Search mode is the default Infernal search mode, and as it is a part of the sequence, I select raw sequence. Suppose if you are submitting a whole sequence in the FASTA format, see that after the greater than sign, only alphanumerical single word comes. If it is more than a word, it generally shows some errors. Sequence name is optional, so I have just mentioned bacteria. And keeping the genetic code as universal one, tool is run. So the search is complete. There are no tRNAs found in the sequence submitted. So again, randomly I choose a stretch of sequence and I submit. Running the tool. It's completed and the results can be seen down. Here is the result displayed. Before saying to it, let's see to the run statistics. So here search mode was default search mode in bacterial organism. As it is default search mode, it does infernal first pass and infernal second pass search. So this is about first pass statistics. A single sequence was submitted. The number of bases in the sequence submitted is given here. Plus the tool considers the complementary sequence of it for tRNA search. Number of tRNAs predicted are 3 and the bases in tRNAs are 257 and the average length of each tRNA is given over here. And the CPU time is displayed. The 3 tRNA gene sequences predicted by the first pass are only considered here. So here bases scanned by infernal here is 317, which is more than this. It is because in the second pass the flanking sequence also will be scanned and it is about the CPU scanning time. So the total number of predicted tRNA genes is 3. Now coming to the results here, there are 3 tRNA gene sequence which are predicted. The beginning and the end of the gene region is shown here and the type of tRNA which is predicted is shown here. And there are no introns in the tRNA genes predicted and the score of prediction, infernal score, is given over here. Now the predicted tRNA gene sequences are subjected to isotype specific model search. The isotype specific models which are predicted are same as the tRNA genes which are predicted by the default search and the scores are also high. So in the note it is given as none, means there are no issues and the prediction is correct. If any issues are there, that will be noted here. It is to be noted in the first search based on the anticodon, the tRNA type is given. So here they have individually given the isotype specific model scores for the predicted tRNA genes. The top score, second highest score and the third highest score are marked with different colors. Here as the top score is same as that of the anticodon predicted isotype, it is given as the isotype prediction is consistent. Here I am showing another instant where a pseudo tRNA is said to be predicted. Here in a DNA sequence submitted, a single tRNA gene was detected from position this to this. And based on the anticodon, the tRNA type was predicted as leucine tRNA type. You see the infernal score is less here. Next thing is when this sequence is run in individual isotype models, it is found that this sequence belongs to serine tRNA. But here also the score is very less. As these two predictions are not same and their scores are very less, it is said that it is a pseudogene which is predicted. Now coming back to our previous results, here we have 3 tRNA genes are predicted and the structure of tRNA which can be transcribed from them can be viewed here. Also, if any similar tRNAs are present in genome tRNA database, that can be viewed through here. So here our predicted gene sequence is given and the similar sequences which are in the database are shown. So this is about tRNA scan SE tool and its result prediction. Here are my reference articles and book. Thank you. Kindly subscribe to my channel.